so aggravated, Mike. I was gonna do some valuable recon for us today. Jen wanted to order something takeout from Beverly, and I was like, oh, okay. I guess I'll get a Mai Tai. Like I might as well see how this travels.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking they forgot it. They didn't deliver it. So I'm so mad about it. I was looking forward to it. But yeah, so I guess we're just gonna have to go to Prince Bar this week and get a refill.
Yeah, do what you gotta do.
I was not happy about that. I stood out on the porch and I watched the car slowly drive away, and then I walked down the stairs and they stopped and pulled over. I was like, oh, maybe they realized that they have that in the car. They pulled over a couple minutes and then they just kept going. I'm like, okay, well, they're gonna drink that, so enjoy your evening. Maybe don't drive a car while you're doing that, but
damn, can't believe they did you dirty like that.
Yeah,
And it's wait, so it's been a while since I tried ordering something from a restaurant, like an alcoholic beverage. So don't they need to
So that's what I assumed, and I'm not trying to get this person in trouble, but I assumed
they didn't give you your drink, so what does it fucking matter?
But I assumed that they were gonna have to ID someone at the door. That's why when I knew the food was coming, I went downstairs and I was waiting at the door, and then they I just heard them put it on the porch and get back in the car, and I was like, okay, I guess they're not gonna do that. Sure, I don't care. And then I walked outside and it was like, nope, there's no drink here. So
yeah, it's been a while since I did something like that. I did use Drizzly a couple of times, and even then I don't remember. I think
I feel like on Drizzly you had to verify it ahead of time.
Yeah, but still, you could.
I do think you're supposed to, I do think someone is supposed to ID you when they drop it off.
Yeah, but I could be like a cool uncle buying drinks for my nephew at his house party, who's 18 in this made up situation. So I think they need to check something at the door.
Yeah, but you could be a cool uncle buying things for your nephew who's 18 at the party anyways.
Yeah.
If you answer the door, what does it matter?
Yeah, but that's different.
That's different. That's the same logic as I could walk into a liquor store and buy something that's not for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is listen. We're not condoning or saying we're doing.
We're not condoning, or I'm just saying it's one thing for them to give it to me and then I do something quote unquote illegal with it. It's another thing for me to facilitate.
Right, I'm gonna buy drinks from a dozen places right now, and we'll see how they all handle giving me drinks.
Dom, you look like a man. They're not gonna do anything to you.
No, I'll have Amelia get the door for one of them.
Actually, that would be
Amelia is asleep.
Wake her up. We get a science experiment. We gotta get to the bottom of this. Anyways, welcome everyone to the Pass Controller Podcast, the show where a couple of best friends talk about the latest in video games and nerd culture. Sometimes we have guests. Sometimes we talk about alcohol too much. Either way, we have a new episode for you each and every week. As always, I'm your host, Brenden Groom, and joining me on this lovely Friday evening is the anime senpai himself, Mr. Michael Desir. Mike, how are you doing tonight?
I'm just out there.
What is your shirt? I've been trying to decipher this the whole time.
This is a Toonami sweatshirt.
Is it a Toonami logo?
Yes.
I don't recognize it. What? I just don't recognize it. It's supposed to be Tom's face or something?
I forget. I bought this so long ago just because it was limited and I don't really wear sweatshirts.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure that's just the Toonami logo.
Interesting.
Yeah, I feel like it's on Tom's.
It's on
body
Tom's
somewhere.
Maybe.
Okay. Yeah.
On his helmet or on actually this area of his chest.
That makes sense, I guess. Okay.
Yes, it's right on his chest.
Okay.
Well, depending on which iteration of Tom we're talking about, I guess. Yeah.
He did change a few times.
Okay. And rounding us out tonight, of course, is the Disney daddy himself, Mr. Dominic 40. Dom, how are you doing tonight?
I'm here.
Okay. You see Moana 2 yet?
I have not.
Is it not on your list? Is it going to be a theater experience or no?
I don't have time to go to the theaters right now.
Okay.
Did you guys watch?
It's doing gangbusters.
You guys watch the Rizzler's new rap?
It's the video you sent.
Dude, the Grinch line is fantastic.
Who's his writer? Come on, who's his ghostwriter?
I don't know.
I think I watched that video. I didn't let the sound play. I just like looked at the lyrics.
Oh, you gotta watch. You gotta watch the
full experience.
The Grinch line is like next level.
Oh God! I also saw the video of I don't know some other people like joining their crew. Right? Is that a thing?
I don't know. There's always people in their videos, so.
Yeah, but they're like we're officially part of the thing, and they were doing the dance. They had their arms up. They were
the Costco verse. That's what they call the crew.
Is that really what they call them? I hate it so much. I hate everything about all of it. It's so bad.
I guess I don't care enough to find out exactly how any of this came to be, but it seems so needlessly trivial for it to have picked up the way it has.
They're big.
And as far as I can tell, there's been no other than the rap that has happened. There's been no real innovation, right? It's just the same. It's just the same thing that they're doing all the time.
I love.
No, they did
for innovation here.
Well,
I'm not looking for like innovation, but say what you will about the Hawk Tuah girl. At least she committed some crimes, right?
Big Justice wrestled in professional wrestling. Like
which one is he?
The father.
Okay.
Oh no! Wait, no. I'm sorry. AJ, not Big Justice. Big Justice is the son.
And then Rizzle is the Holy Spirit, correct?
Yes, correct.
Okay,
that is correct. You have that correct.
I saw some clip. I don't remember if one of you sent it. I wasn't Mike. It was either you or Todd sent it. That like the son accidentally said the Rizzler's real name like on the video. He got so mad.
He only referred to me as the Rizzler.
I honestly, and this is not someone that follows them close at all. I think they only blew up as big as they are currently at because of the Rizzler. I don't think they were going to reach the heights that they are currently at without the Rizzler.
Probably not. They needed to combine forces.
Yeah, the Rizzler.
They needed to pull a Voltron.
A new plateau. They reached new heights with the Rizzler.
I mean, they got the start with the Costco reviews.
Chocolate cookie.
Yep.
I mean, I think that's also just what plays into it, Mike. Like there are people that like are laughing at them, not with them. Like that's.
I get it, but it's like, and you are not the Simpsons guy, but it's like remember when Bart got famous for saying like I didn't do it, and I feel like they're just doing the I didn't do it thing over and over again. It's still getting played. I'm waiting for that to crash out because they're not doing anything else, as far as I can tell, other than the rap, which apparently, according to Dom,
they did a Christmas song.
5 stars.
They did a Christmas song. It's just the tune of Jingle Bells and them saying "We bring the boom."
Okay, so it's not
really different. They just changed the music.
Yeah, they're not innovating. Like they're not innovating enough for you.
They're not innovating. Look, I'm not one to talk. Like I've got no like to stand on this situation. It's just that from my useless opinion is that I don't get it. Maybe I'm just old.
Well, to be fair, now they're getting like endorsements to like review stuff, to like give things booms.
And
which I feel like would have been a normal way for them to grow the thing that they were doing, and then it turned into whatever it is. I don't follow them closely enough or care, to be honest. I would like to think and hope, but I feel like it's not fully that it's just like, hey, wholesome dad is like making fun videos with his kids. Or I don't know, the Rizzler's not his kid, I don't think.
But, yeah, the
Rizzler's not his child.
With his kid, and then the Rizzler.
His kid is somebody else's kid.
And like, I don't know. It's like the not shattering the reality thought of, oh, it's like a father doing something that his kid probably really enjoys and like whatever. But I don't think that's fully the case. And that's why I'm like, I don't want to like dive too deep into them, because I saw one video of someone videotaping
dark underbelly to all this.
Well, I just saw one video and this could be whatever. It could be nothing. But I saw one video of someone videotaping them making a video, and he was getting kind of like, not mean, but like, what are you doing here? Like, I don't know. It's just like very commanding to his kid in the video, like in between, obviously, what they edit out of the videos. I don't know. And I was like, all right, what are we doing here?
I mean, like Mike said, we're on like minute 13 or 14 here.
Yeah, yes, I agree. Unless they get added to Fortnite, and then it's a whole. I hope not. I mean,
we might get a We Bring the Boom emote.
I would buy the We Bring the Boom emote because it would be fucking stupid and funny. And if you get killed in Fortnite and someone does that on you, you'd be mad about it. So like,
I don't install the game.
So like, yeah, that would do gangbusters, and sure, get the bag, but I hope it doesn't come to that.
It's unfortunate Todd is not here to defend these guys.
Yeah, Todd really is the biggest. Here's what they are, Mike. When we're on the bus back from the wedding, and I even just said that in like the same inflection, a double chocolate chunk cookie. We're on the bus back. I feel like me and Todd just kept saying double chocolate, and everyone was just laughing because they're just jokes.
You guys were doing that a lot.
If you're listening, your jokes. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. I don't care.
I don't even remember if Dom changed it or wasn't paying attention.
They've just always been there, Mike.
Been there all along.
Anyways, wow, what a tangent. How did we get to this? What? Oh, did you bring up the video? Is that what's going on?
Double chunk chocolate cookie.
How do we get Mike? How do we trick Mike into making videos like that? How do we get Mike to be the next TikTok 15 minutes?
Yeah, please discuss this plan in front of me.
Well, we like your input. We like your input. I guess, do you want to be the AJ Big Justice of this, Mike, or would you rather be the Rizzler type?
Okay, backtrack. I forget which one is which again.
Would you rather, Holy Spirit. Would you rather be one of the Costco guys, or would you rather be? I don't know. You have a very specific thing, which is in the Rizzler's case, you rub your face, and like you don't do anything else. Like, I guess the don't do anything else kind of just picked that for you. I feel like.
Yeah, I mean, honestly,
but then you get the most attention, Mike.
My first choice is obviously none of these things. My second choice is the tripod. I can be the guy that holds the camera. And then
so you're like the forbidden fruit. You're like the people know that there's a Rizzler-esque cameraman for these things. You've been hinted at. You've been like teased in a video. Like someone caught a glimpse, and whatever your thing is, they got a taste of it, and they're like, oh shit, and everyone's like vying for that. They want more of that, but we dangle it. We never give it. You know what I mean? That's what you want?
Sure. Honestly, you started talking and it got weird, and I started remembering something else. I can't even place this anymore. Anyway, it doesn't matter. No, I don't want to take any part of this.
Okay.
The more you talk about, the more I actually hate it.
I do like the idea of you being the forbidden fruit. I do like this idea. We'll stew on this. We'll make it work. We'll make something happen.
This guy's just trying to make it happen.
Just trying to make it happen. We got a great show for you tonight. Before we roll right into whatever else this turns into, a couple of quick housekeeping things. This episode of the Pass Control Podcast is sponsored by our good friends at Goodnight Fatty. If you're in the Salem, Massachusetts area or the North Shore of Massachusetts on a Friday, Saturday, Sunday evening, you want yourself something hot, something tasty, something fresh right out of the oven, you can head on down to 1 Washington Square and get yourself a delicious fatty. And if you're unaware of what a fatty is, you can check them out on social media at Goodnight Fatty and educate yourself on these tasty, tasty treats. Other quick housekeeping things. We will talk about ANTONBLAST shortly, but I also wrote a written review for ANTONBLAST. So if you want to read my thoughts on ANTONBLAST, you can head over to passthecontroller.io and read my full review of ANTONBLAST. And the PTC Movie Club for December is unfortunately Hot Frosty on Netflix. So if you want to hear us talk about Hot Frosty at the end of the month, make sure you watch Hot Frosty this month on Netflix. Are you excited to watch it? Either of you start it yet?
I have not watched it yet.
I believe the answer to both those.
I did.
No.
I did see somebody talking about it, and they said, I guess I'll save that.
Okay. Jen's excited to watch it. Jen's like, when can we watch it? We can watch it whenever you want. I mean, I have to watch it, so it's there.
Damn, I can't believe Biggie died to come back like this.
Who died?
Biggie.
Oh, that's not what I heard you say. I thought you said the Rizzler.
No, Rizzler's alive and well, stroking his chin.
That could be you, Mike. What would be your what would be your face gesture? Like, what would be your thing?
I can't even pretend to entertain the idea. I do not know. I feel like any idea of a facial contortion that I would make actually makes me upset.
Would it be something you wear then? Like, would you have like a really cool hat?
Sure.
Okay.
That'll be the thing. And then kids for Halloween one year will wear that hat. And then 3 years later, people will go, what was with that hat again? I don't remember.
Listen, Mike,
that was just the style at the time.
You could transcend those things of a past time. You have dressed up as YouTube sensations before.
Yeah.
I feel like,
and then I forgot about them.
But I feel like if that picture popped up, people would know what it is.
Yeah, in the same way, I can show a picture of Coney 2012 and people are like, oh yeah. What do we do with that?
I was trying to remember the year and I couldn't, so I just didn't bring it up.
I still don't really know what that was. Like, I know about it, or maybe I just don't remember what it was. Was he running for president? What the fuck was he?
He usurped something in Africa, correct?
I think something with child soldiers. And
it was not a good situation.
Yeah, it was not good. Someone was trying to give that attention so we could stop it.
Oh.
I don't know if we did stop it. Whatever it was that Coney was doing with child soldiers, probably enlisting them.
Did Conan
don't
have
come
a good
to the
bit
show
about
for.
It?
Did Conan have a good bit about it?
I feel like that's an easy Coney 2012 Conan. Did he?
I mean,
I
probably
so.
2012.
I hope he did something.
What was
he would have been on the Tonight Show still, right? Yeah, or whatever his show.
That was like 6 months. That was 6 months. So I don't remember. If that happened after he was already off the show, but before we picked up something else.
So the stint Tonight Show and then off, he just went back to doing TBS. Didn't he just go back to doing Conan?
But there was a period of time where he was not allowed to be on television. That was what his tour was about. It was legally not allowed to be on TV.
Do I not remember things?
Well, yeah, probably.
Am I concussed?
Still, also likely.
Probably.
Coney was never caught.
Okay, there we go.
As of 2 years ago, it was believed that he was hiding out in Darfur.
Maybe he shot the
Mission
United
failed.
Healthcare CEO.
He did not.
He made a complete 180. He's like, you know what? This child soldier thing, terrible. I'm gonna go out, kill CEOs.
I still don't think they even have any leads on the.
They have a lead in that he's left New York City. We don't know where he is.
Oh man.
They said, please help us. We'll give you $10,000.
I feel like they gotta up that.
Yeah,
that money if they want someone to really turn him in.
Yeah, I mean, look, I've been on the internet, just temperature checking. I think people are more on the side of the assassin than the assassee. And
I think you'd be correct in saying that.
And I don't think 10,000 is enough money to get people to change their minds, even if they knew who this nondescript white guy who's 5'10" fucking is. I don't know.
I think it's all I got for housekeeping. We covered everything. We covered the sponsor, ANTONBLAST review, and PTC Movie Club.
2012.
In 2012.
Yeah.
We nailed it. We did it. We good job, everybody. I guess that's just an easy segue into Anton Blast. I'm assuming Mike hasn't played it, and I don't think Dom's played it yet.
Wait, Coney 2012 is a good segue? Are there like child soldiers in this game?
No, just the fact that I brought up Anton Blast. We're gonna talk about Anton
That's
Blast.
my segue. My segue is that I said the thing I need to segue to.
Yeah, we're just gonna move on. We're gonna hard pivot the show real quick to play more indies. Yeah, Anton Blast. It just came out. I reviewed it, like I already said. It's pretty fantastic. If you like game, like it's a very specific like subgenre of platformers. Like it is very, as someone who hasn't played Pizza Tower, it is like Pizza Tower in some ways. It's like Wario Land in some ways. It does a lot of its own things as well, but it's very well done. It's like when you boot it up, the entire what this game is gonna be and what like the vibe of it is, and it just up front just smacks you in the face with this is what this game is. Anton's on the screen, the logo comes down and smashes him in the head. You got fucking bombastic music that feels like it was ripped out of like mid 90s, late 90s, early 2000s. You have an art style that I really like. It is a hand drawn and then they hand pixelate over it, so it's like hand drawn animations that they then apply like manually pixels over it to give it this like very authentic, chunky, looks kind of like Cartoon Network, looks kind of like Game Boy Advance. It kind of just embodies both of those things. It's like the narrator, like when the logo pops down, it's like Anton Blast, and it just sounds like very evocative of a very specific era of time, and the whole game kind of carries that momentum with it. And if the gameplay of a Wario Land-esque type of platformer, Pizza Tower-esque platformer, is your jam, with all of that other vibey shit of Cartoon Network meets maybe certain Nickelodeon cartoons meets fucking I don't know, Game Boy Advance, it's fantastic. Like it is what it's trying to do, it does it very well. It has good humor in there. And the platforming's just good. Like it has similar, again, I haven't played Pizza Tower. I mean, we've both played Pizza Tower. Does Pizza Tower function in a way where it is a level that you are doing whatever in, and then when you get to a certain point in the level, then you hit a thing and a timer pops up and you have to run backwards? Is that what Pizza Tower's setup is? Okay.
Yeah.
So that is like very how much Wario Land is, and that's how this is as well, where you basically, I mean, there's not a lot of story. There is a story. The setup is basically Dynamite Anton and Dynamite Annie are back at their place, and they realize that the devil just came in and stole all of their alcohol. And Anton's pissed, and he's like, I'm going to fucking kill whoever stole my alcohol. So the quest of the game is you're going to get your alcohol back and go kill the devil. Like that's the trajectory of what's going on. So each level you are trying to find the alcohol and then blow up that level. So then like you hit the detonator and then you have X amount of time to run back to the other way. Within all of that, like you can just mad dash both to the thing and out. But there's so much to explore. Like you can still play it super fast if you want, but there's a lot of other hidden collectibles to find. There's tons of secret paths. There's 2 planes, I think in pretty much every level, if not every level, most levels, where different things will, like you'll be going back and forth, like further back into the background and coming back to the foreground to like solve puzzles, find certain pathways and stuff. So it has a little bit of Metroidvania elements to it with its kind of exploration. It's not the same because they are levels. They're not like one big world that you're kind of going back and forth through. But it's really well done. The platforming is fantastic. The movement is so good. Like when you are timing out the hammer swings to spin faster and keep moving, and jumping and swinging your hammer down to bounce off of boxes or bounce off of enemies or whatever. It's all like very, very, like I played it on Steam. It's not on Switch yet. It's coming to Switch at some point. I didn't notice like any frame dips or anything like that. Like it played very smooth, and it just felt really good the whole time. Like it was just very good once you got in the groove of how to maneuver the game very fast. I'm trying to think what else I really liked about it. I mean, it's just really solid. I gave it 8 out of 10. You can read the full review over at passthecontroller.io. I think it's, one of the best platformers I've played in quite a while. I think it's definitely a highlight of this year. If it's something that speaks, I will say, if you don't like that type of platformer, I think this is a tough game for you to maybe enjoy. I'm not saying don't give it a shot. Definitely not saying that. I'm just saying you have to kind of want that type of platformer, because it's not necessarily like a Mario game or something similar. It is definitely a little more challenging at points. It's I don't know. It looks messy, but it's so polished underneath. Like, it's such a good game. And I feel like that's kind of the same way, not to keep bringing up Pizza Tower, because we're not talking about Pizza Tower, but I feel like Pizza Tower on the surface looks like a very kind of wacky, disjointed Ren and Stimpy type situation. And that's how Anton is as well. But it's an extremely well-crafted platformer underneath. It's purposefully chaotic visuals and sound design. Highly recommend it. One of my only few complaints about the game is that I do feel the end area of the game was, at least for me, a pretty big difficulty spike, and I was having some issues with the last area a little bit, but I mean, I got.
Yeah, but you're just a baby boy.
I am a baby boy. So I am a baby boy indeed. The levels and boss fights have checkpoints, but I just feel like the levels at the end were very long and the checkpoints were very infrequent, and it was like, cool, I just died again. I have to do this whole section again, and it just felt like a lot of level to redo for a difficult part of the game. And I guess that's the last thing I'll bring up is the boss fights were actually some of the best parts of the game. The boss fights definitely felt a little Cupheady, where they were challenging. They had different, they usually all had different mechanics that were like in the game itself, but also different from each of the bosses. They all were like screen spanning things that were wacky and had multiple like phases where, oh, I just got all the health bars down. Cool, I beat the boss. No, you didn't. And here's the second part of it. And now he looks like this, and he's doing all this instead. And it's just it was a nice little. I'm gonna stop bringing up Pizza Tower. I'm not even gonna ask the question. Because I hate like just like, oh, it's kind of like it. So let's just keep talking. I don't want to keep doing that. And I'm doing it myself. The thing I hate. But the boss fights are fantastic. I think they're some of the best highlights of the game. They do some funny things and some fun stuff in there that I think works really well. So, I don't know. Good game. 8 out of 10. I liked it a lot. Had a good time.
All right.
Yeah. It's short, too. I mean, you can get through it. I don't know how my final playtime was. Like, obviously, if you want 100% it, it's probably going to take you much longer. But I want to say I got through it between like 6 and 8 hours, I think. And again, that was, you can absolutely go for 100% and look for more collectibles, and there are other modes in there. There's time attack and some other mode, I believe. Maybe I forget what the other mode is called, but there are other ways to engage with levels after you've beaten them. So there's more to do there. And the last thing I'll say is that each level is pretty long, and I think they do some interesting ideas for levels where it's not just like, okay, here's the ice level, here's the fire level, here's the lava level, like here's the forest level, here's the swamp level. It's really just none of that. It's like, okay, here's a pinball level, which sure Sonic did it, but like here's a pinball level, here's a level where you're in a mall. Like it's just a little bit more out there, not typical biomes for levels, and I enjoyed that. Kept it fresh, kept it feeling different each time you entered a door. Anyways, ANTONBLAST, check it out. It's out now, Steam. I don't know the price.
Next week is I think a week from today is Switch.
Oh, did they give a
13th.
date to it?
The thing that I just read said December 13th.
Yeah, it was supposed to initially be day and date, but the developer came out up front and was just like, I want to make sure it runs great on Switch, so I'm going to unfortunately delay it. So if you're waiting for Switch, it should hopefully be out next week then, if Dom's thing he read was correct. So, but it is there on Steam, if that's of interest. But I've talked a lot. What's going on with you, Mike? What you got this week? Anything good?
Not really.
Have you been making some progress in P3 Reload? I've seen you've been playing it. I don't know if you've been making progress.
Yeah. I am basically at this point in the game, someone had established like, oh yeah, we have to kill this many of like the boss shadows, and I'm probably halfway through that number. I'm imagining that it's gonna be like still, if they said like, oh, we have to do this 12 times, I'm imagining that I'm really have to do it 14 times is my guess.
Gotcha.
But I still think I'm at like 6 or 7 of that point. I actually just made it to floor like 119 or something of Totters.
You think you're going to finish it before the year's end?
Ooh.
I don't know how long it is. I have no idea.
Yeah, I also don't know how long it is. And also the game has been doing a thing where it's like, it maybe doesn't close because like I'll go to save it, it'll add way too many hours. So like right now it says I have 160 hours in the game.
Yeah, that has happened to me with certain games. It doesn't happen to every game, but it happens with certain games. I think Quick Resume on Xbox messes with the hour count because I want to say, and I may have mentioned this on the podcast when we talked about Dragon Quest III HD2D Remake. I'm pretty sure my hour count made no sense because it was quick resuming and messing up how long I was actually playing the game for, which didn't matter. It just made my save file. It's weird because the save file in the game had a way blown up thing, but like when the Xbox year in review thing came out, Dragon Quest wasn't on that. I was like, this makes no sense.
Like my year in review thing, it showed Persona as my 4th top game.
Mm-hmm.
It's in 4th. I forget what that hour count was. It was definitely a lot more reasonable. It's probably pushing somewhere over 40 hours, but I forget how much.
Yeah. It's the 6th right now of December as we're recording this. I'm trying to see what I can actually get finished in this month. And on my short list are probably first and foremost Rise of the Golden Idol, which I should probably finish this weekend. Metaphor ReFantazio, Zelda Echoes of Wisdom are like my top 3 to finish. Then there's a few other indies that I'm pretty sure I'll have no problem squeezing in just based on smaller hour counts. But as far as bigger games, like higher hour count games, Persona 3 Reload is like, do I really think I can do Metaphor and Reload in December with everything else I want to play? I doubt it, but I am going to try.
No, it is time consuming. I mean, there are stretches of time in the game, and I think this is part of the course for Atlas fucking SMT Persona games where like I don't get to do anything for stretches of time. Like I start the game and it's like, all right, you wake up, I gotta go to fucking practice today. I gotta go to track practice. And then I go to track practice and then it's like, all right, I was tired. I went straight back home. The next day starts. Oh boy, straight back to track practice.
I feel like at least the part that I'm in Metaphor still has some of that, but it's a little bit more snappy. It's a little bit more streamlined.
Okay.
Like you still do similar types of things. Obviously, it's completely different settings. You're in the army. You're not in school. And you're in a fantasy world. But it does similar things. But I think, at least again, for the amount that I've played, it's a little bit more streamlined and to the point, and you're moving a lot more and doing a lot more things, and it's a little more varied, I think. Mm-hmm. What about you, Dom? What do you got going
on? I haven't really played anything but Fortnite the last week.
And let's dive into it. How are you feeling about the new season? Because we didn't talk was last week the movie. We didn't talk about Fortnite, right?
The new season hadn't even come out yet.
Oh yeah. So yeah, I guess we can talk a little bit about how we're feeling so far about this new season, chapter 3, season 6. I don't fucking know.
Season 6, chapter 1.
Maybe that sounds more accurate.
Right.
When they do, because they do it that way, where it's like chapters and seasons. I never remember what numbers are attached to those words.
Yeah, I don't. I'm not positive, but I don't know.
I mean, it's December 6th, 2024. Godzilla's in the Battle Pass. So if you're listening to this at a different time, that's the season we're talking about.
Yeah. How do I feel about it? I feel like there's a lot of movement items, mm-hmm. which is good.
I feel like there's so many movement items that I'm like less likely to grab a car currently, and I'm more likely to just like use a sword and fucking zip around. And I mean, I guess it depends. If I'm trying to cover a large part of the map, I'm taking a car. But there's so many ways to move quickly without that. The teleport thing, the mask. I think one of those, like, I don't know what they're called. I think they're elemental spirits or whatever they're called. Those little guys you can pick up. One of them, I think,
you can throw it and it'll make a wind thing. Yeah. Yeah. It's an interesting season for sure. I'm curious to see what else they do this season. There's like demons on the map you can fight. And
yeah, I just logged in yesterday or the day before to do like daily missions, and it was somewhere in the top right part of the map. I went to like a demon thing. I didn't even know how to damage it. I didn't even know what I had to do.
Is it the puppet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you killed that thing before?
No, I know how to. I know how to fight it, but there's always other people there. So
yeah, it's just interesting. I think you're right. Like that, there's just so many other things going on the map that they've done stuff before. There was that one season where you would get like sucked into like a PvE thing against those like purple monsters.
Alien. Yeah.
Was that the Cube season, or was it a different season?
No, I think that was the aliens.
Oh, well,
right.
Well, that was when you got sucked into the ship.
Oh yeah. Were you talking about something different?
Yeah, there was one where it's like that purple Gatling gun, whatever season that was.
Oh yeah.
Like there would be like the bigger ones the bigger enemy you'd find. Maybe it didn't suck you into it. I thought it like covered you in like a purple area and you had to fight waves.
Of an orb would open up. Yeah, I do remember that now.
So they've done stuff like that. But I like it. For some reason, with this update, it also feels like the game moves way smoother for me. Like it just, not that it was bad before, it feels a lot nicer right now. And that could just be because there's so many movement items that it feels, because you can also like ledge jump and wall jump and do some other things like that. How are you feeling about it, Mike? Have you put some time into Fortnite this season to feel any way about it?
I have not.
Have you not played it at all?
I don't think so. I think I might have launched it once just to see something. I forget. I think I just wanted to see something and I died very quickly. So I'm like, all right, I saw what I wanted to see. I forget what it was. And then I turned it off.
OG chapter 1 just started too.
It started today.
Yeah.
Interested to check that out. Yeah, I don't know. I like a lot of the new weapons. Todd's not here, but Todd was telling me, I don't know if his mind has changed, but he was telling me he did not like a lot of the new weapons. He thought they didn't feel great, but I kind of like some of them. Some of them, I don't know.
Feel like
they feel
they're
different.
they're probably not the weapons that Todd likes to use, but I feel like there's like a good variety right now.
Yeah, there's like new shotguns, there's new SMGs, new assault rifles, and they all like they like fire a little bit differently than some of the other similar types of weapons in the game.
Yeah,
I don't know. I like how they feel. I didn't really dive into it too much, but they changed the battle pass this season around too, right? Like it's not stars anymore.
Yeah,
correct. It's just XP. I have completed the Lego Battle Pass, and I did not buy the Lego Battle Pass.
Okay.
I got it at the beginning of this season because they changed the Battle Pass format, and I have earned enough XP to complete the Lego Battle Pass.
Every time I finish a match, when I come back, I get at least one Lego item. I'm like, I don't, this is great, but I don't care. I'm probably never gonna boot the Lego one back up. The Lego one was actually fun though. Like I played it for a little bit. I thought it was fun.
They're doing a lot with that too. Yeah. So like I'm glad that it's like another thing people can enjoy.
Yeah.
It feels like Save the World is probably gone at this point. Yeah. But it feels like the Lego Fortnite like has a life right now. They're doing I think they're at least hinting towards, I don't know if they're like have come out and said it yet, but Storm King is going to be in Lego Fortnite.
Interesting. I've been playing a lot of Fortnite Festival too, just to get XP because of the close of the last season. But I feel like it's not great. Like it's not Rock Band, but I feel like we should play it more because I do have fun when I turn it on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have either of you tried? Oh, go ahead.
I feel like I need to like try the instrument, like the actual instrument.
That's what I was gonna say. If either of you, I'm assuming Dom hasn't. Have you plugged an instrument in, Mike, to try it? I should try it and see if it works.
I cannot because the only instrument I have is the wireless drum set.
Oh, can it not wirelessly hook up to the series?
But I feel like. Oh, that's true. I forgot about that. I feel like we've had this discussion before, and I feel like for whatever reason, I've never tried it, but I'm under the impression that it just does not work.
You like to get a separate dongle or something?
Yeah, it's something that they would have to implement. Like,
could you do it through your PC?
That's what I was initially thinking about, and also I don't think it would work because of the aforementioned wireless, whatever. Like
I'm just wondering if you could convince Fortnite on your PC to read it as otherwise.
It's one of those things where, like, in theory, I feel like it should work a lot more easily than it does. Like, I feel like I should be able to hook up because it is at the end of the day still a controller. Like, if I could map each of the pads and the pedal as buttons, then it should work. But I feel like it doesn't. I've never tried it. I've never looked it up, but I feel like if it was the case, more people would be talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
I do like the feature. I had briefly touched it, but the fact that Crew now gives you all the battle passes.
Yeah, except for OG, right?
I got OG when I logged in.
Interesting. Okay.
The one thing that I did read that people are like not excited about, but I have like an alternate take on that, is that so if you pay for Crew before, if you paid for Crew for a month, you would get the battle pass.
Yeah.
If you end Crew before you complete the battle pass, you have to like rebuy the battle pass.
Oh. Yeah, I mean,
so my alternate take is that like, so I will use the example of today, where today OG came out. People that level grinded and just found XP glitches and maxed out their levels can now not earn levels, so they cannot complete the OG battle pass.
Huh.
So all these people that were like, "Oh, I'm gonna just rush through the battle pass real quick," so that that's what people would do is just rush through the battle pass, and then they could stop crew for the month or whatever. Like that's like the give and take, I guess.
I mean, I don't know. I get it, and I'm not trying to like defend Epic or Fortnite.
Yeah,
but it also, like, if you play a lot of Fortnite, it is not a terrible deal because essentially you're just paying for the V-Bucks.
Yeah.
On the months that are within the season. So, like, I don't know.
I'm sure if you do the math, like, if you play enough and like buy cosmetics, it probably like makes sense. Like, it probably averages out.
With the amount of time that we play Fortnite, it makes sense for us to have crew. I still don't understand why Mike doesn't have crew. You don't have it, right?
I don't have it.
He does not.
With the amount that we play it, it makes sense. But I mean, everyone's money is different and whatever. But I don't know.
I don't need a subscription.
I mean, I don't need another subscription either. But I mean, as soon as I stop playing Fortnite as much as we do, then I will gladly turn it off. But we still play it a lot. I think Dom and I have probably finished every battle pass, at least hit 100. I don't know, the last 10 seasons.
I mean, I would have to double check, but yeah,
the last season that I didn't hit 100, or I guess maybe that's not actually accurate. The last time that I wasn't playing Fortnite as much as we kind of regularly do now would have been the season. I think it was the season that had like Teen Titans in it.
Yeah, I'm pissed about that still too.
I don't think I played a lot of that season, but other than that, I've been pretty locked into most of the seasons.
Just going back through here real quick. Raven. The Raven season is the last one that I did not complete. And before that, I had completed the two before that. So so that is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 seasons in a row.
Yeah, we have a problem.
And then I missed that one. What was that one called?
Was that the dinosaur one?
Wild? Yeah.
I think it was
Primal?
Wild. Primal.
Yep. The one before that was the Mando season. One before that was the All Marvel season.
Marvel I didn't finish. Even though I did play a lot, I just didn't finish the Battle Pass.
I finished both of those, and then the one before that I was not playing. That was the water one, where I think Aquaman was level 100.
Oh yeah, I don't think I was playing that much at that time. I think the Marvel season is the one that pulled us sort of kind of fully back in on a consistent basis, because I feel like we would jump in and out. I think you might have missed the first Star Wars season, but I feel like Mike and I played a lot of it. Like the first time they added lightsabers. Or maybe it was the three of us and Todd had not joined us yet. There was a point until, like, there was a long point before Todd was like, actually, I want to play Fortnite.
Yeah. Did you get Agent Peely? You did the spy season, right?
I did. I don't think I
Midas was. I think
season.
Midas was 100.
Yeah, I don't know if I finished that season, but I did play that season because I have Agent Peely and I have other stuff from that season.
Yeah.
I mean,
there's
season.
There's some of the stuff in here. We played season 3 because that's the one where it had Rust Lord and not John Wick.
Yeah.
And then season 5, I remember, with what was his name? The Rift guy, where it was like you got one skin and then you got like pieces of like the Katsu mask. I don't remember what his name was now, though.
I know what you're talking about.
But like throughout the battle pass, you got like pieces of his like.
Yeah, they did that for a while because there was the season with the Colombo mask character too.
Yeah, I mean even Mando was like as you progressed the season, you got more pieces of Beskar.
Or the alien guy.
The alien season, there was the toy season where you got the pieces to the action figure guy. There was, I still like. I mean, I like it for two reasons. One, because it was like the Toon style skin, but I liked getting the ink pots for fucking tuna fish. Like, I mean, I just want them to add more Toon skins, but I would
like them to put a Toon POI on the map, but
have they never done that?
I don't think so.
That's kind of crazy. I thought you meant like a character.
Like
yes, that would be amazing.
No, like you walk into like a black and white like ink.
And if they do that,
area.
like they got to make the sound effects different in that area. I don't care. Like I just don't care. It has to be. At least footsteps. Like the footsteps got to sound fucking like like they got to do something. They can make it
kind of on that note. The Spider-Verse characters got added today, and I'm very curious to see if. So I saw that you can like take Hobie's like back off, like his like
effect
off.
Yeah.
I'm curious if it's on, if it's like always on and like always like moving. Not like it would in the movie, but like how much they were able to like animate that, I guess.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna buy all of them, but I'm probably gonna buy Hobie. Maybe Noir too. I don't know if I can buy.
If you're buying two of them, you've got to buy the pack.
I know. Stupid Fortnite.
The bundle is only 3,800.
Only, he says.
Yeah, but Hobie by himself, I think, is 1,800.
Hobie by himself is 1,800.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Well. All right. Fucking Fortnite. God damn it. Before we wrap things up and head on into the sunset, I do want to quickly touch on Marvel Rivals, and then I'll talk more about it some other time this month when I've played it some more. But have either of you downloaded it and played it or no?
I downloaded the demo and I never played it.
Okay.
Or which was the game, right?
Yeah.
The beta, yeah.
It didn't have the full roster, but it was.
Well, I deleted it anyways. Yeah. And I did not re-download it.
Have you downloaded it, Mike?
Yeah, I downloaded the demo and I didn't play it. I downloaded the real game yesterday. Still haven't played it.
You let me
know. There is a Fortnite crossover right now.
Wait, there is?
If you play a certain amount of matches in Rivals, you get a glider for Fortnite.
Is it PC only or something?
I don't know.
Huh.
I think you can get the game in the Epic Store, so maybe if you
maybe that's what it is.
Account.
Okay, interesting. I'll have to see if there's a way for me to link that. I think you should both download it. It's free. We should play it at some point. It is not Overwatch. Obviously, it's has some shared DNA in that it's quite literally a hero shooter. And it has objective-based game modes, but
it has a one-shot, one-kill Widow.
It does have a one-shot, one-kill Widow. It's interesting. I don't know if for me how long of a lifespan it'll have. I'm enjoying playing it with friends, and right now a lot of people that we know are playing it, so it's pretty easy to just kind of hop on and be like, oh, people are playing, let me hop in and I'll get a couple matches in. It has Battle Pass, has all that shit. I'm not buying that. I'm not spending money on that game for now. Like I
will defend them though, and I do like the way that they're doing their Battle Pass.
I've heard
if you buy their Battle Pass and you miss out on the timer, it doesn't matter. You bought the Battle Pass, so you get to earn those rewards.
I understand from a business perspective why games like Fortnite don't do that, because they want you to play the game. And I understand that business practice. Does it mean it's consumer friendly? No, but I understand why they do that. And it's kind of a industry norm, so like they don't really get any fucking real backlash for it because no one really seems to say anything about it. But to your point about Marvel Rivals, I actually didn't know that about their battle pass because that's how much I did not care about their monetization aspects personally. Halo Infinite does the same thing. When you get the battle pass, you just have it, and you can choose to progress that or a different one. Like you can choose which one you're progressing, and I do wish Fortnite did that because contrary to what they think, I think it would actually make at least me and you probably play more fucking Fortnite because I'd be going back and playing battle passes that I'd missed shit. I would like immediately go back and finish the Marvel battle pass. Like that's the first thing I would do. Even if I had to fucking buy the battle pass again, I probably fucking would for certain ones. I'd probably be like, yeah, I'll spend $10 to finish the Marvel one. Like, I don't care.
Yeah, I think because of the language that they used for the old ones, they can't do that.
Yeah.
But I think they've changed that language recently, so
to allow them to fuck around. Yeah.
Possibly, yeah. Even if it was just a matter of like, all right, so you buy the battle pass and you can like do it whenever you want. But if you do it while the season's going on, you can get these like after level 100 skins.
Yeah.
And like if the season's over, like those go away.
Yeah.
Like even in something like that would be cool. Like
yeah, because that would let the people
it's still
feel like they gotta
there's still a reward for getting it done in the season.
Because that's the thing. Like I have seen other people complain in general just about like, oh, you know, this is like it's like a pressure to keep playing because you miss out on it. You can never get it again. And I do get that but
I want the player count.
But I do also like for some people, like, you know, it is kind of like having a high score in an arcade cabinet, sort of, where it's like, yeah, I got to level 150, so I have this gold fucking Iron Man skin, and only people who did that can do that. So like, I don't know, I kind of get that too. Like it's a nice little way to be like, yeah, this is how much I play Fortnite when you're playing the game.
Yeah, I'm gonna bust out my my Rainbow Thor skin later.
Yeah. I mean, it's the same reason why sometimes whenever I do boot up Overwatch, sometimes I set my player icon to be Season 1 ranked, because it's like I can only have that because I fucking played Season 1 ranked of fucking Overwatch in whatever 2017 or whatever year that was. So like I get the mentality of like, hey, I have this badge that no one else can fucking have unless you did this. Anyways, Marvel Rivals is fun. I'm enjoying it. I think there's something there that you two might both like. I will say it's a game where, because Todd was like kind of not very low on it, didn't like it, was not a fan. But then this week, over the course of the past couple days, or I guess, I don't know, it's been over like 2 days. Between yesterday and today, he's changed his mind and he's like, oh, actually, like I'm enjoying it a bit more now. Because you do have to kind of play it a specific way, and you definitely have to, like, you boot it up, it's a bunch of Marvel characters. Oh, I like fucking this character, like, I want to play as those characters. But I think for me, what worked better was the approach of, oh, okay, like, I actually don't like fucking playing as Spider-Man, and I'll probably never pick that character. So, like, removing the, I like this character, let me try to play as them. And there's so many varied character move sets where it's like, just find the characters that I think have the playstyle you want to play as, because my main is Mantis, and like if you showed me the roster of that game, I don't think I would have been like, yeah, I'll be a Mantis main, but like I'm a Mantis main right now. And like other characters that I've been using that I enjoy playing as are like Magic and Emma Frost. It's like those are the characters I'm using, where again, if you showed me the roster, I don't think those are the characters I'd say I'm going to probably play those characters, or I wouldn't start there. And I didn't start there, but I just didn't, I'd like the stuff I was playing around with, I didn't really gel with right away. But there's some interesting things. I like it. It is worth checking out, especially because it's free to download. So I think it's worth at least giving it a shot. And
I saw somebody found the thing in the code.
Interesting. I don't know if there's been leaks for like who and what
is coming. I saw a picture of like the thing skin for like.
Interesting.
So I don't know if there's more of that, but
yeah. Two of the things about it that I do like, and then I'll move off Rivals and we'll end the show. But one is similar to some other Marvel games, like Ultimate Alliance and stuff, if you build your team comp around like team up characters, you will actually get buffs for your team. And in some scenarios, you'll also get like additional moves for your team. And I think it's like absolutely a make or break in some games if you're playing that way. Like I play as Mantis, so if I don't think Mantis has more. Some characters might have more than one team ups, but I think Mantis is only part of one. So if your team has a Mantis, a Star-Lord, and an Adam Warlock on it, you get a health boost, which is obviously huge, but you also get the ability to once, in the cooldown I think is 100 seconds. So every time you have it and it's not on cooldown, when you die, each of you, the 3 characters, has a pocket resurrect, and you can resurrect yourself. Like, that's like a match-changing ability, to the point where literally last night we were playing a match, we were getting smoked on the second point, and I think we were down 1-0, so it would have been the end of the game. I was Mantis. We happened to have that team comp going. I hit a resurrect in overtime and was able to stay alive long enough on the point for my teammates to show up and for us to flip it back and then go on to win the entire game. And I don't know. That's just like, otherwise, if we didn't play with that synergy in mind, we wouldn't have had that ability. We would have lost the match right there. So, and there's a lot of other cool ones. Like some people have just like, I think Spider-Man and Venom have one, which obviously makes sense. But there's a bunch of different things. And there's like little things within matches too. Like if you're playing as Groot and someone's playing as Rocket can ride you. I don't know what other abilities get enhanced, if anything does on that. And also apparently Jeff the Shark, I found out today, can also ride Groot. I don't know why, but he can. So I don't know. It's a fun game. Again, I don't know how long I'll personally stick with it, but I think it's worth checking out because it's free to download.
Yeah, I mean, it's a property that I enjoy and a game style that I have enjoyed in the past. So yeah, I'm sure I would enjoy playing it with like friends at least.
Yeah.
So I'm sure I'll download it at some point.
I'm definitely down to play. So whenever you guys download it and feel like trying it out, I'm down to.
And I did look it up. You have to log in to the Epic Game Store and then play 10 matches.
Ugh, okay. Well, I do believe there is cross-play currently, but I don't think cross-progression exists yet. So I don't know.
I don't know
that's up for, but I might have to wait then.
I don't know if you have to play through the Epic Game Store,
just like,
or if you can just like,
okay,
just make sure you're
I'll look into it later and see if I can link them. But yeah, I mean, I think that's all I got. If you guys are good to head towards the end of the show.
Yeah.
Before we play the game and wrap things up, thank you all so much for listening to this week's episode 449 of the Pass the Control podcast. If you're a friend of the show, fan of the show, you want to support the show, tons of ways to do that. The easiest way and freest way to do that is leaving us a quick 5-star review, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you listen to the show. Just leave us a quick 5-star review. It's super helpful in helping us continue to grow the show, meet new listeners, find new fans. We appreciate you if you do that. If you have bucks kicking around and you want to support us, you can do that in a bunch of ways. You can go to passthecontroller.threadless.com, get in some swag. Go to patreon.com/passthecontroller, become a patron. You go to twitch.tv/passcontroller and subscribe to us over there. And if you weren't aware, we also, if you're an audio-only listener, we do stream the show live every week at twitch.tv/passcontroller. If you can't catch the live show, no worries. You can just search Pass the Controller Podcast on YouTube, and you will get the video version later over there as well. I think that'll do it. If you're a new listener, if it's your first time listening, you haven't listened in a while, we end each episode with a game, and we keep track of the scoreboard for the year. The way that 2024 is shaken out so far as we get into the final month of the year, Dom still in first place with 60 points. Mike and Todd have been in a second place tie match the last couple weeks, both sitting at 47 points. I don't remember you guys tied it back up last week, but apparently you did.
Apparently,
Apparently, get it?
again.
Did you see the thing I sent you? That there's like keychains and stuff.
Oh yeah, the keychains and stuff. Yeah, I did see that.
I figure we can just we'll do a quick one. We'll do a little gaming the meta, which if you have not heard us play this before, it's simple. The way it works, I pull up 3 games. We go off of the Metacritic most reviewed platform. Whoever gets closest gets the point. Whoever gets a bullseye gets double points. Because there's only 2 of you tonight, you cannot pick the same number. Because then we'll just be in a constant tie.
I mean, me and Dom will keep going up points, and then Todd will be left behind. It's fine.
No, I'm gonna institute a you cannot. Let's see.
This is bullshit, man.
And the way we're gonna do this, Mike, is do you want pick a year, Mike. Pick a year.
Let's do
any year that would be Metacritic forward. So like probably 90s-ish. Actually, I have no idea, but
yeah, let's just do 2016.
Okay,
nice and simple.
I see what you're doing here, Mike. Well, we're going to pick a game, a little old game called Overwatch. And we're going to go off of the PC review scores, because that is the most reviewed platform. Actually, no.
Take your time.
No, we'll do PC. I was gonna throw a curveball and say let's do the Switch review scores. Very different score than the rest of the platforms.
I can imagine.
We'll do PC. We'll do the 2016 release. What are you thinking, Mike? It was your year.
We all know Overwatch is garbage.
Mm-hmm.
But do the scores reflect that? And more importantly, how badly is the PC score affected by the... I forget. I think people did not like the Battle.net game launcher. But I also feel like the game also got... Oh, was that Overwatch 2? Was Overwatch 2 the one that got like review bombed on Steam? And would that in any way be a reflection of how the Metacritic score would be?
I don't know.
Probably not. 85.
Okay, 85. Don, what are you thinking?
86.
86. This is probably a bad game to play with
just two people.
Yep.
Should we pivot off of this?
Hey, listen, it's your show.
You're running the show.
Fuck it, we're already in. Sorry, Todd. I mean, I guess either way, one of you's gonna win anyway, so it doesn't matter. I guess it's literally just a 50-50.
Yeah.
Unless it's a bullseye.
It was not a bullseye, though, was it?
It was not even close, because 2016, the Game Awards Game of the Year, Overwatch, has a 91 on Metacritic. So that means Dom is the closest.
It didn't matter. I wasn't going higher than an 86.
Yeah, you didn't need to. I understand. Bonus points, but not really bonus points. Or I guess, yes, bonus points only worth 1 point if you get a bullseye. Switch score.
62.
62? Mike, got to be a bullseye for a point. Switch score. I'll allow Dom to change his answer if he wants. So PC had 91, PS4 had 90, Xbox had 91. Dom said 64. Mike, what do you got?
I'm not changing my score.
72.
Oh my, you're so close at a 73. You were so close.
Win some, lose some.
Sneaked out a bonus Mikey point. Dom.
I don't know. That game ran like trash.
Yeah. I mean, I still played it and whatever, but it was bad. It
ran like trash. 1852.
Not a Metacritic year, unfortunately.
I don't
know. Know that. Type it in.
I don't know.
The review ball in this cup.
2009.
Okay. Yes.
Millionaire shit. S car go. My car go. 160 swiftly. Record get a new one.
We are gonna choose 2009, released on my birthday. On our birthday, 50 Cent Blood on the Sand. We're gonna go off of the Xbox 360 review score. Don, what are you thinking for 2009's 50 Cent Blood on the Sand?
I am thinking 75.
Okay. Mike, what are you thinking?
I want to just say 50. I think it's just funny for 50 Cent game to get a 50 in Metacritic. But that leaves a big enough gap that Dom could beat me just by being closer.
Yes. I would say that the odds are stacked in Dom's favor with you making it that big. I guess no, because it could be a low score too.
It could be a low score too, but I don't know if it'd be that low. I can just undercut him the same way he overcut me. That being said, I kind of like saying 50 as an answer. I think I'm just going to pick 50.
Okay. Well, you chose wrong and gave Dom a point. Dom is the closest. It was 71.
I was on 72.
So close. Mike, take us home.
If Mike had undercut me, he would have got a fucking double point there.
Double bonesy.
I gotta be careful about where I pick.
Hit us up with that final year, Mike.
Last year, let's see. We did 2016. We did 2009. Was that just now? Okay. Yeah, we'll do 2014.
And Mike just hit a daily double. I don't know. This specific game is infinitely more boring when there's only two of you. I didn't even think of that. I thought of it as just like, oh, this is a quicker game, so let's do.
Technically, it is.
Okay, 2014. 2014. We are going to go with Mario Kart 8 for the Wii U. This is 2014, Mike. This is not Deluxe. This is Wii U.
Ooh, for the Wii U.
What are you thinking, Mike?
Okay. We know it's a good game. We know it's on the Wii U, so out of like the 12 people that had it, 3 of us are right here.
I don't know if I had 8 for the Wii U.
Okay, so then the 2 of us. But regardless, doesn't change the fact that the overall number should still skew high.
What I will say is I'm pretty sure that Mario Kart 8 for the Wii U had almost like 100% attach rate, meaning it almost matched how many Wii U's were sold, how many games were sold, except for Dom. Dom threw the numbers up.
Yeah, Dom, what the fuck, man? I'm gonna say 95.
Okay.
Tough, Mike. That's tough.
That's a tough one.
You think it's hitting those like near 100 number? You think it's gonna be like a 97, 98? You could just say 96.
That 95 was like a perfect spot because it's real tough for me to decide. Is it low 90s or is it a high 90s?
Or are you shooting for?
If you had the game, you would know.
Find that number.
I know. I don't have the game, so I'm gonna go 96. I think it's up there.
It is a good game.
Dom went high with the sweep on the line. And I do want to quickly pull up the Switch review score for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Now, if we were talking about 2017's Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Mike would have been the closest because it was a 92 Metacritic must play. But if we're talking about the Mario Kart 8 Wii U release, Mike is still going to be the closest because it actually has an 88 because it's Mario Kart 8. 88.
Oh, of course. Honestly, that should have been my immediate guess.
I kind of thought you were going to say, like, oh, Mario Kart 8, I don't know, 80. Yeah, I was also surprised when I was like, oh, 88. I mean, like, this is a fantastic game. I don't know. Like,
yeah. I am surprised it's not at least in the 90s.
Yeah, same, to be honest.
That's why 95 was like perfect, because I was like, I don't know if it's high 90s or low 90s. I just was sure it was in the 90s.
Yeah, it's I was surprised that it wasn't at least a 90. I mean, it is. Mario Kart 8's a fantastic game. I'm trying to see where it kind of starts to skew down. Yeah, I mean, according to Metacritic, IGN gave it a 90, so they gave it a 9. Game Informer gave it a 93. I mean, there's a few that gave it 100, but there's a decent amount of stuff 90 plus. I think it is just a matter of it has 82 reviews, so like there were just enough 80s that it pulled it down just a tad. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess if you put in an 8, if you're only doing out of 10s and you do an 8,
it's gonna pull it down.
That drags it down a ton, yeah.
So that will stop Dom's sweep, but still puts him at a cool 62, and it does give Mike what Todd, I'm sure, will call an artificial lead over him.
He's got a bunch 48. Of asterisk points. He'll be fine.
He does have a bunch of asterisk points. And I normally do text Todd when we play this game. I don't know why I just didn't. Sorry, Todd. I text Todd the games and let him guess as well. And I just kind of forgot to do that. So sorry, Todd. Anyways, that'll end the week with Dom at 62, Mike at 48, Todd at 47. This has been episode 449. We appreciate you. We will see you next time.